let's look at the pet care industry. First off, read this disclaimer carefully. So we're going to look at one of the mega trends. It's pet animal affection. That's the name of the theme, and here are the stocks in it. So as you can see here, there are 8 stocks. And if you look at the average performance here from the 52-week lows, it is significantly outperforming, you know, both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. So this is a very powerful trend. Also, when it comes to the 52-week high, got a pretty decent performance. Specifically, we will look at Trupanion. They're in the pet health insurance, subsector. So let's explore that company in more detail. Let's first actually look at the website. So, underwritten by American Pet Insurance Company. So why Trupanion? Our policy is designed with your pet in mind. One simple plan, 90% coverage, no payout limits, vet direct pay. Because expenses for any kind of health issue for a pet can become quite significant. Hence, there certainly is a market for pet insurance, and people are spending increasing amount of money on pets. As I have said before, there are some good aspects to this. Of course, people loving animals more, that's good. There is also a bit more pathological side, in the sense that for some people, having a pet is an alternative to having a children, which can become problematic psychologically, but there are good sides and some more darker sides to this spike in people spending a lot of money on their pets. So let's look at the seasonality here for TRUP, which is the ticker for Trupanion. October is quite a mediocre month. We do not have that many years of data, but October is historically mediocre. The problem with this seasonality is that September and November are very strong. Hence, you need to take this with a grain of salt. Let's look at the SPY. At it against the SPY for, under or outperformance. Yeah, we get a very similar picture. So let's first here look at the charts. So this is all the data we have for Trupanion. As you can see, it is up 665%, which is pretty decent move. It's been extremely bullish, but when we look at literally all the history we have here, you can see that it is very common for Trupanion to have pullbacks. Actually, we see these cycle patterns that I find quite fascinating. So quite clearly there is some seasonality to this stock. It likes to move in cycles. Based on the seasonality, we could make a very strong case that the current rising cycle is very extended. So based on literally all the history we have with the Trupanion, we expect a correction. That is what it has done literally every time in the past. Hence, there's a higher probability of that happening again, especially given that we have reached these very lofty RSI levels on the weeklies. Historically, that has happened before. It has been able to be overbought for extended periods as well. So the RSI is not like super accurate here as a trading signal, except maybe for the lower levels of RSI, which have been good buy levels. But then again, we are very far away from the moving averages, very overextended, very euphoric. Hence, you could make a very strong case that it is much safer to become bearish on Trupanion than to enter a new bullish position. The accumulation distribution line is showing that there were certainly buyers corroborating this rally. That's, of course, bullish. So the big picture for Trupanion is definitively bullish. It is simply that at these levels, I would feel, if I were to enter a new position, I would feel more comfortable being short than to go long. Alternatively, if you just want to sit on the sidelines, you could wait for it to correct to have a better entry opportunity. Looking at RSI, it's not like super reliable here as a signal. If we look at the correlations, it's quite interesting that we have a 63% correlation long-term and 83% positive correlation in, the shorter time frame. Okay, but that's the technicals. Let's now look at some other metrics. Options are available, it is shortable, that's good. If you look here at the performance, it is amazing, 130% year to date, obviously very strong. When we look at the analyst price target, and there are quite a few analysts following this company, you can see that the target price, the analyst mean target price is $62.40. The stock is currently trading for $87.12, which means that the price target is minus 28% below the current level. That's bearish. It means that it simply has gone too far. Looking at the fundamentals here, they are definitively stretched. Going to Saks.com, we have a number 3 hold, F value score, A growth, F momentum. So basically, and if you look here at the market cap, $3 billion US, there's no dividend, so you're not like incentivized to hold on. So it basically has gone pretty darn far. There is actually an ETF now for this whole pet care space. It's the ProShares Pet Care ETF, POS is the ticker. So it's the way to get more diversified exposure. The PE extended, the annual dividend, a measly 0.18%. Look at the holdings. You can see that the Trupanion is actually here in it's in the top 10 holdings, so that's good. Yeah, Trupanion, it's a key company in this whole pet care industry theme. So to sum up my take here on Trupanion, the thing is that this company, it is a sizable company in a very strong, powerful trend. Very good performance, close to all-time highs. But even though I am bullish on Trupanion and the theme long-term, it has obviously gone up way too much. Historically, the charts were very clear. It likes to have these cycles. It likes to rally, but also to have significant corrections. And the current rally is just without precedence. The bulls are currently in control. They simply are. So you want to be a bit careful about when you time your bearish position, whether it's going short or just buying a put or so, going like into the options market, because that's the way you can get all kinds of strategies and control risk and so on and so forth. Another thing is to maybe wait for some pullback to get a better entry opportunity. We're looking at the fundamentals, pretty clear. It's gone way too far. It's way above any kind of analyst average, mean price target. So yeah, simply gone too far. But fantastic, fantastic company, no doubt about it. Strong theme. People having a more affection for pets and animals. That is something that's very good. But arguably there is a bit more of a darker side. We know for a fact that people are delaying having kids in a way that has not been normal in the past. And the issue, especially for women, is that fertility is very, very strongly tied to age. So it does significantly go down. Especially in the late 20s and early 30s, it goes down quite drastically. And when you have women who spend a lot of time in those years building their careers, which is, of course, is beneficial, but you can always build a career that is not that time sensitive. But having children, it is very time sensitive. And what happens is that quite a few women, they unfortunately they wait too long and they get problems with fertility, and quite a significant number of them, they get major psychological problems. And one of the ways they can have something similar, well, not similar, but an alternative to a child, is to have a pet. So that is more like the darker side of this very strong trend we have seen. But yeah, there's a light side and the dark side. Whatever you do, of course, don't fight the trend, and may the trend be with you.